and the Lakers. And Julius Randle. Earlier tonight we saw a cat, and now you got Julius Randle. They were in that trade, and there you got the Griffeys and the James, because this would be a night.
All right, so LeBron and Bronny, huh? On the same NBA court. It's kind of surreal, right? Like, I knew this day was coming. We all did. But actually seeing it, the highlights, the buzz, the internet going nuts, it's huge. And look, we're not just going to rehash the highlights here, right? We're diving deeper. We're talking Bronny's journey, the stuff you don't see on ESPN, and what this all means for his future.
Yeah, no, it's wild. And what's interesting to me is the articles he pulled, they really get into the nitty-gritty. This isn't just some Disney movie about a father-son NBA dream. There's real pressure on Bronny, real decisions being made about his career and navigating all that, even with LeBron as your dad. That's got to be intense.
Right. And that's the thing. It's not just, oh, how heartwarming they're both in the NBA. One article called it a total role reversal. Usually it's the dad whose career is winding down, like Ken Griffey Jr. But LeBron's still at the top of his game, choosing to share the court with his son. That changes the whole dynamic.
Totally. It really shows LeBron's dedication to Bronny's path, even while he's still competing at such a high level. We don't usually see this kind of legacy play out this way.
Nope, we don't. And look, we got to be real. Bronny's path hasn't been easy. The articles don't shy away from that. Late draft pick, overcoming a heart condition, and then there's the whole living up to the GOAT thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of baggage.
No kidding. And honestly, that makes his commitment even more impressive. He could easily coast, just ride his dad's coattails, but these articles show he's working his tail off, forging his own path. That says something about his character.
It really does. It makes you wonder, though, about his NBA readiness. The articles bring up playing time, development, even if he should be in the G League. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a tough one. You want to give young guys a shot, right? Let them shine. But you also got to be realistic about where they're at developmentally. You don't want to rush someone into a situation where they're not ready, could hurt them long term.
That's the balance, right? Tough to find, especially with this level of attention.
For sure. And this is where LeBron's perspective adds a whole other layer, right? One article quoted him talking about how precious this time with Bronny is, especially after all these years of putting his career first.
Yeah, that really humanizes the whole thing, right? And, you know, it's not lost on anyone that some of LeBron's biggest achievements, like breaking Kareem's record, happened in losses, which is, like, amazing, but kind of bittersweet, you know. But this, sharing the court with Bronny for a win on opening night, that's got to feel different.
Definitely hits different. Makes you rethink LeBron's legacy too, right? He's achieved individual greatness, but now he's creating something with his son. That's impact on a whole other level.
Yeah, actually. Speaking of impact, did you see that moment when they both stepped on the court opening night?
Yeah.
The energy was insane. Chills, man. Just chills.
Oh, totally. You could just feel it, you know? The weight of the moment, not just for the fans either, for everyone. The players, the coaches, everyone knew they were witnessing history. This was bigger than basketball.
One article called it a full circle moment for LeBron. After all the sacrifices, he's reclaiming some of that family time on his own terms in a way that supports his son's dreams too.
And that's where this goes beyond sports, you know? It becomes a story about family, legacy, defying the odds, the power of second chances, pursuing your dreams. It's powerful stuff.
And, you know, it really got me thinking about the weight on Bronny's shoulders, right? Like, chasing an NBA dream is one thing, but doing it with everyone watching, with those expectations, that's a whole other level. And one thing that's cool, a lot of these articles, they went into the history of father-son duos in sports.
Yeah, it's a pretty short list, actually. And every single one, basketball, baseball, hockey, doesn't matter. It was always the dad joining the son's team at the tail end of his career. This is completely unheard of. LeBron, arguably still at the top, making space for Bronny.
Totally different.
Right. It's such a unique situation. But okay, let's be real for a second. What are the articles saying about Bronny's actual game? Like, can he cut it in the NBA long term, or is this more of a feel-good story? They don't hold back. I'll give that. There are definitely questions about his game. The late draft pick, limited role in college, concerns about his size, how his style translates to the NBA.
Especially in today's league, right? He's what, 6'1", a guard? And it's all about versatility, size. Feels like everyone's 7 feet tall and shooting threes now.
Exactly. So, yeah, uphill battle for sure. But here's the thing. The articles also highlight his work ethic, his drive. The guy's not afraid of a challenge. In fact, one article even suggested that for him right now. The G League might be the best thing.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking about that. It's seen as a demotion by some, but could actually be a smart move at this point.
100%. Think about it. More playing time, chance to really develop his skills, maybe even settle into that lead guard role, which seems to suit him.
Right, the long game. Not about proving everyone wrong right off the bat.
Exactly. And the fact that he's open to it says a lot. Maturity, self-awareness. He's willing to put in the work, even if it means taking a different path. And let's be real, you don't get drafted by the Lakers, especially with LeBron's influence, unless there's serious talent there, serious potential.
No doubt. And even then, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, he was very clear. No backroom deals. Bronny earned his spot, which, honestly, refreshing to hear.
Speaks volumes. This isn't handed to him. He's earning it. Proving himself every step of the way. Powerful message, not just for athletes, but for anyone facing an uphill battle.
It really is something,
Yeah.
Makes you believe a little.
It's powerful.
Anyway, we've covered a lot, right? Historical stuff, the challenges, the family aspect, those big looming questions about Bronny's future in the league.
Yeah.
But doesn't it feel like we're just scratching the surface with a story this big?
Oh, for sure. This is just the beginning for Bronny. How he handles all this, how he grows as a player. It'll be fascinating. And I think it might even change the way we view these legacy situations, families in the league.
Right. Totally agree.
Yeah.
And what about the impact on him off the court? This kid's dealing with insane pressure, but with maturity most people twice his age don't have.
It's a masterclass in handling expectations.
Yeah.
He's literally writing the book on carving your own path with the whole world watching, Those are lessons that go way beyond basketball.
Absolutely. Well, we've gone deep on LeBron and Bronny today, really dug into it. And I think we can all agree this story's not over, not by a long shot. But here's a thought, something to chew on.
Yeah.
How do you think this experience, this whole journey, will shape Bronny on the court, off the court? What kind of legacy will he build for himself?
Good question. One we'll be asking as this whole thing plays out.
For sure. All right, everyone, keep your eyes on Bronny James. This is just the tip-off.